Hello children, welcome to the YouTube channel of Welkin National School, Vasai East. This is Mrs. Mamata Bijo, your subject teacher of SST. Today I will be teaching for Standard 8, that is History chapter number 8, that is Civil Disobedience Movement. After the resolution of complete independence was passed in the Lahore session, Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch the civil disobedience movement. Before beginning this movement, Gandhiji put up various demands in front of British government. One of the important demand was to cancel the salt tax and monopoly of British government for manufacture of salt. But because the demands of Gandhiji were rejected by the government, he decided to launch Satyagraha all over India by breaking the Salt Act. See over here, they have given the photograph of Gandhiji and their followers, that Dandi March. They have given this picture. Salt is an important ingredient in the food of common people. Now in the first paragraph, they have explained that when complete independence was passed in Lahore session, Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement. But before this, he kept demand in front of British government that to cancel the salt tax and the monopoly of British government from manufacture of salt. But these got rejected, so he planned to launch Satyagraha all over India to break Salt Act. Salt is an important ingredient in the food of common people. Hence, it was unjust to impose tax on an essential commodity like salt. Therefore, Gandhiji started the Salt Satyagraha. Salt Satyagraha was symbolic. The extensive object behind it was to break the oppressive and unjust law of the British government through peace and Satyagraha. Gandhiji chose Dandi, a seashore in Gujarat, to begin the Salt Satyagraha. On 12th March 1930, Gandhiji set out from Sabarmati Ashram with 78 followers for launching the Salt Satyagraha. A distance of approximately 385 km was covered on foot, and Gandhiji delivered speeches in the villages on the way. Through the speeches, Gandhiji appealed to the people to fearless and join the civil disobedience movement. Due to Gandhiji's speeches, message of civil disobedience movement spread everywhere and a favorable atmosphere was created. On 5th April 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi. On 6th April, Gandhiji broke the Salt Act by picking up the salt, laying on the seashore of Dandi, and the civil disobedience movement started all over the country. Now over here they have explained that as salt is an important ingredient, so it was unfair to impose tax, and it is an essential commodity for common people. So Gandhiji started Salt Satyagraha, and it was logical that the objective was to break the harsh and unjust law of British government through peace and Satyagraha. He chose Dandi March in Gujarat and began Salt Satyagraha. He set out with 78 followers from Sabarmati Ashram, and he gave the speeches on the way to appeal the people to be fearless and join this movement. Now his speech spread everywhere and was favorable atmosphere created. Now on 6th April he broke the Salt Act by picking up the salt, laying on the seashore. Now next is Peshawar Satyagraha. They have given the picture of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. The Peshawar Satyagraha. In the northwest frontier, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was the most loyal follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He was also known as Frontier Gandhi. He had founded the organization called Khuda-e-Khidmatgar. On 23 April 1930, he started Satyagraha at Peshawar. The town was in the hand of Satyagrahis nearly for a week. The British government gave order to the Garhwal regiment to carry out open firing on the Satyagrahis. But Chandra Singh Thakur, an officer of Garhwal regiment, refused to open fire. He was court-martialed and was given a severe punishment. The British government found itself in a difficult situation due to the Satyagraha launched by Mahatma Gandhi. On 4th May 1930, Gandhiji was arrested. Suppressive measures were undertaken all over the country. There was protest all over the country due to the arrest of Mahatma Gandhi. Now in this paragraph, they have explained that in northwest frontier, Khan Abdul Ghaffar was his follower and he founded the organization called Khuda-e-Khidmatgar. Now he started Satyagraha at Peshawar on 23rd April 1930. But the British government gave orders for open firing to the Garhwal regiment. But Chandra Singh Thakur, an officer of Garhwal regiment, refused for this. He was given severe punishment in the court. So it was a very difficult situation for the British government due to Satyagraha launched by Gandhiji. Now Gandhiji was arrested on 4th May 1930. But the people tried to protest all over the country due to the arrest of Mahatma Gandhi. Solapur Satyagraha. The mill workers were in the forefront in the Solapur Satyagraha. On 6th May 1930, Hartal was observed in Solapur. A huge procession was organized in Solapur. The district collector gave order of firing on the procession. Many volunteers along with Shankar Shivdare died in the firing. As a result, people started attacking police station, then railway station, then court, municipal buildings, etc. The government declared martial law and the agitation was suppressed. Those who took lead in this movement, such as Malappa Dhanshetty, then Sri Krishna Sarda, then Kurban Hussain and Jagannath Shinde, were hanged to death. Now these people, they have given the picture: Malappa, then Sri Krishna, then Kurban, then Jagannath. Okay. Now over here in Solapur Satyagraha, they have said that mill workers were in the leading position in Solapur Satyagraha. Now Hartal was seen in Solapur. A number of people were moving forward to organize in Solapur district. Now collector gave the order for open firing and many volunteers died in this firing. Those names I have showed you. So these people died in the firing. Now people attacked. Those time the people had attacked the police station, court, railway station, etc. So the government declared a martial law. Means the people, the people who were in this movement, the people name which I have showed you the picture. Okay. So these picture were hanged death. They were hanged. Now Darshana Satyagraha. The Satyagraha at Darasana in Gujarat was led by Sarojini Naidu. The police lathi charge on the Satyagrahis who came forward to break the Salt Act. The Satyagrahis silently tolerated the blows of the lathi. When they were taken away for medical aid, another batch of Satyagrahis came forward to replace them. This continued endlessly. In Maharashtra, salt satyagraha took place at Wadala, Malwan and Shiroda. Where there were no salt pans, the forest law were broken. There were Jungle Satyagraha at Bilashi and Sangamner, then Kalawan, Chirner and Pusad in Maharashtra. The tribal people also took part in Satyagraha in large numbers. Now in this paragraph they have explained that Sarojini Naidu led this Satyagraha. Lathi charge was there to break the Salt Act. Now, but the Satyagrahis silently tolerated the blows, and when they were taken away for medical aid, another batch of Satyagrahis came forward. Now, this continued endlessly. Where there was no salt pans over there, also the laws were broken. Now the sacrifice of Baba Jinu. In Mumbai, there was agitation against foreign goods. The vehicle transporting foreign goods were obstructed. Babu Jinu said a mill worker from Mumbai was in the forefront in this movement. A truck carrying foreign goods, safeguarded by the police, came in front of Babu Jinu. To stop the truck, he lied down on the truck. Police threatened him, but he did not move from his place. Then finally he was crushed under the truck, and then Babu Jinu gained martyrdom. This they have given the picture. See Babu Jinu. This sacrifice of Babu Jinu gave inspiration to the national movement. Now in this paragraph they have said that in Mumbai there was an issue against foreign goods. Now a foreign goods vehicle was obstructed. A mill worker from Mumbai was in this movement, and this truck was safeguarded by police that came in front of the Baba Jinu. Now to stop the truck he lied down, but still police threatened him, and finally he was crushed under the truck, which gave inspiration to the national movement. Now this is round table conference. In the option of the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald, while the civil disobedience movement was going on, the constitutional issues regarding India should be thought over. For this purpose, he organized a conference at London. This conference is known as Round Table Conference. In the period between 1930 to 1932, 3 Round Table Conferences were organized. Now in the Round Table Conference, they have explained that British Prime Minister, that is Ramsay MacDonald, when civil disobedience movement was going on, the thought to put this issue in the constitution. Okay, so he organized a conference in London. So this was known as Round Table Conference. So 3 Round Table Conference was organized. Now we will go for the first Round Table Conference. First Round Table Conference. Ramsay MacDonald was the chairman of the Round Table Conference. Representatives of England and India participated in the conference. These included Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru, Barrister Jinnah, etc. Now in the conference there were discussions on the various topics such as responsible government at central level, establishment of federal state in India, etc. Representative of different political parties in India and ruler of princely states participated in the conference. However, the Indian National Congress did not participate in it. The Indian National Congress was a body that represented the country. Without its participation, the deliberation in the Round Table Conference were indeed meaningless. Now, in the first Round Table Conference, they have explained that in this conference, the representative of England and India participated, which included Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, then Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru, then Barrister Jinnah, were discussing on various topics like responsible government at central level, then establishment of federal states in India. Then many political parties participated in this conference, but only Indian National Congress not participated in this, because the Indian National Congress was the body that represented the country. Without its participation, the discussion was meaningless. Now, Gandhi Irwin Pact. The British Prime Minister expressed his hope of participation of Indian National Congress in the second round table conference. In the view of appeal made by the Prime Minister, the Viceroy released Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders from prison. Thus, a conducive atmosphere was created for the Congress to discuss the issues freely. A pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Viceroy Irwin, which is known as the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Now, according to this pact, the British government assured that the system of responsible government would be added in the proposed constitution of India. Consequently, Indian National Congress withdrew the civil disobedience movement and agreed to attend the round table conference. Now, in the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, what they have explained is that in this appeal was made by the Prime Minister. So, the Viceroy released Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders from the prison. Now, a good atmosphere was created for the Congress to discuss the issues freely. Now, a part was signed between Gandhiji and Viceroy Irwin, which was known as Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Now, it was included that in the proposed constitution, a system of responsible government to be added, and the Indian National Congress withdraw the they withdraw the civil disobedience movement and agreed round table conference. Second round table conference. In 1931, the second round table conference was organized. Mahatma Gandhi attended this conference as a representative of the Indian National Congress. Along with the Indian National Congress, representatives of various caste and communities, political parties as well as princely states were invited. The government put forth the issue of minorities in the round table conference. There were differences regarding this issue and also regarding the nature of prospective federal constitution. Gandhiji tried to bring unanimity in the opinion but was unsuccessful. Finally, Gandhiji became disappointed and returned back to India. Now over here, second round table conference. So in this paragraph they have explained that it was organized in 1931 and Mahatma Gandhi attended this conference as representative of Indian National Congress. Now many caste and communities, princely states were invited, and in this conference it was that the issue of the minorities. Now regarding the nature of prospective federal constitution, Gandhiji tried to bring the people to get involved in the agreement, but sadly it was unsuccessful and he became disappointed and he returned back to his own place. Now this is, they have given the Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar photo. Now this is Pune Pact. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar represented the Dalits in the round table conference. He demanded separate electorates for the Dalits. After the second round table conference, the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald declared communal award. According to it, Dalits were given separate electorates. Then Gandhiji went on fast unto death at Yerwada jail, protesting against the granting of separate electorates on the basis of caste. The leaders of Indian National Congress requested Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar to reconsider the demand for separate electorates. Now, keeping in mind the interest of the nation, Dr. Ambedkar was ready to accept this request. Now in 1932, Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar signed the famous Pune Pact. According to this pact, separate electorates for the Dalits was cancelled and a provision of reserved seats was made. Now in this paragraph they have explained that Pune Pact, they have explained Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, he included Dalits in the round table conference. He demanded two separate electorates for Dalits. Now electorates means, the meaning is the body of a person entitled to vote in an election. This is the meaning of electorates. Now British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald declared communal award. Now Dalits were given separate electorates, but Gandhiji went on fast and at Yerwada jail for granting separate electorates on the basis of caste. Leaders of Indian National Congress requested Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar to reconsider the demand for separate electorates. Now Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was ready, so he signed famous Pune Pact, and in this pact the separate electorates for the Dalits was cancelled and separate seats were made reserved. Now this is the third round table conference. In November 1932, the third round table conference was organized in England. The Indian National Congress boycotted the conference. Thus this conference proved to be fatal. Now third round table conference, they have explained that this is the conference was conducted in England in November 1932. But the Indian National Congress withdrew the conference, and this conference proved incapable of providing any useful result. Okay. Second phase of civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji returned to India from the second round table conference with a dejected mind. He decided to restart the civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji was immediately arrested, hence there was discontent among the people. Government responded to this movement by using inhuman oppressive method. There was strangling of civic rights everywhere. The Indian National Congress and its associated institutions were declared illegal. Restrictions were levied on national newspaper and literature. Finally, in April 1934, Gandhiji withdrew the movement and the historic phase of civil disobedience movement came to an end. Now in second phase paragraph they have explained that when Gandhiji returned to India with no hope, he decided to restart civil disobedience movement, but he was arrested, and so it created problem among the people. The government responded this movement as a inhuman method. So Indian National Congress and other institutions were declared illegal. Now restrictions was imposed on national newspapers and literature, and finally in April 1934, Gandhiji withdrew this movement and the civil disobedience movement came to an end. So students, we have completed this chapter. Hope you all have understood this chapter. Bye students, take care and have a nice day.